The green is a 2.5 inch, the yellow is a 2.5 inch, and the red is a 1.5 inch. I'm going to use the Bodabra. Now this is a Bodabra. You can get these at Walmart, but the Bodabra is just this plastic piece. My husband made this board and just drilled some holes through the plastic and attached it to the board so I would have some measurements. This ribbon holder comes from the Pro bow maker, and we sell those on the website. I'm going to use it to hold my ribbon. And since my red is the narrow and will be my top ribbon, it's going to go on the first spool holder and come off to the right. And then the yellow. And then the ladybug. So I'm going to decide first on the length of my tails, and I want about, I don't know, about a 14-inch tail. So I'm going to roll that off twice, and I'm going to cut that. I'm just going to cut it straight right now. I'm going to have the right side of my ribbon up. And that's the first thing that's going to go in my Bodabra. I'm just going to push that down and bring those tails to the front. And just get them out of the way. And then I'm going to start making my ribbon, making my bow. So I take all 3 layers with the right side up. I cut my arm, just have to look over that. And I got a tail of about 3 inches on this side, and I pushed that ribbon down. Now you always have to work with the right side up of your ribbon. So I'm going to give that a twist. And I'm going to come out to my 12-inch mark. I'm going to make about a 12-inch wreath bow. So come out to the 12. Okay. Go back down through the Bodabra again, and now I have to twist my ribbon again so that my loop on the left side will also be right side up. Okay, so now I've got a loop on each side. So I'm going to go another time. Same width. Okay. Twist my ribbon, bring the right side up again. Whoops, pull my loop a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make one more loop on each side. So twist my ribbon, bring the right side up. This ribbon can get, this bow can get kind of bulky. You have a little tool that you can thread through there and push that down a little bit. Twist my ribbon. Okay, now I have 3 loops on each side. So I have all the loops that I need, but I need a loop in the center. So I need to twist that ribbon one more time and make a loop for the center. And it's just going to be a small loop. Okay. Now I can end off my ribbon. So I'm going to leave a tail of a couple of inches, and I can make this shorter when I'm done. But I'm going to do that to get my ribbon cut. I'm going to scrunch it down again. So we've made our ribbon from the bottom up, so I need to keep it stacked just like that. I'm going to take a zip tie, and I'm going to ease it up off the board, keeping everything in place. You can see how it's all stacked up. Slide that board out of the way. I'm going to take a zip tie and go right down on the side of that last loop. Keep everything stacked. Bring that zip tie around to the back, to the bottom. Keep it stacked. And secure the zip tie. Now before I tighten the zip tie all the way down, I'm going to take a chenille stem, slide under that zip tie so I'll have something to secure my bow to the wreath with. And now I'm ready to tighten that zip tie, making sure everything is still stacked up. And I'm going to pull that as tight as I can. Okay. Going to clip off that end of the zip tie with the wire cutters. So now I have my bow secured with the zip tie, and I have the chenille stem to attach it by. I have my right side up, my tails to the front, and that's my short end where I started, and I may clip that shorter in a little bit, and there's my short end where I stopped. I'm going to clip that shorter, but not right now. The first thing I'm going to do is just fluff out my ribbon. I'll just start with the bottom loop. Just fluff that out, pull maybe the yellow ribbon to the top and the green to the bottom. And I'm going to go to the opposite side and do the opposite thing. I'm going to pull the green to the top and the yellow to the bottom. This is all wired ribbon, so it's easy to shape. And then I'm going to go to the next loop, and I'm going to do the opposite thing. I'm going to pull the green to the top and the yellow to the bottom. And then go back to the other side. And then onto my last loop. And then you just shape your ribbon to get your bow the way you want it to look. Now then, once you've got your bow shaped, you can come back to that ending place and cut that end off shorter, closer to your zip tie. Don't cut it off so close that your bow may slip out. And then just kind of press that knot over to cover up that raw edge. And then you can also take that starting tail and cut it shorter. And of course, you can always fluff it more after you get it on your wreath. And then we're going to go ahead and take these ends and chevron those, and I'm just going to fold all three pieces together at the same time. Cut across that folded edge. And you got your ends chevroned. You can cut them different lengths if you want to, it doesn't really matter.